there, South Jersey. I'm meteorologist Joe Martucci, and as we ring in a new year, we are saying goodbye to the year that was, and of course, we are doing our annual top 10 weather events of 2019. No matter where you celebrate across South Jersey, keep two words in mind, and that is stormy and warm, because that is what defined the year that was in South Jersey weather. Now, number 10 is not talking about the heat or not talking about the storms, but we are talking about strong winds. And notice these wind gusts on the 50s here. But what was unusual about this was that it was not from a thunderstorm. This was just from a cold front that passed through, and it did bring some damage and power outages to parts of the area. Then as we go into number 9, January temperatures spot on average. It was very special here. Atlantic City International's temperature during January 33, right on the average for the month of January. First time we saw that in 10 years. And not only that, our precipitation was about average too. At Atlantic City Marina just nearby, precipitation was off by just 0.06 of an inch. Let's get to number 2 here. South Jersey hit 100 degrees on July 21st. Broke our daily record. First time we saw this in 7 years. Now we do see 100-degree heat every once in a while, but what was unique about this was that 3 coastal locations, all in Northern Ocean or Monmouth County, saw the highest temperatures in the state at 101. There's still a mystery as to why that happened, but we will leave it right there at the number 8 spot. Number 7, talking about drought during the fall here. It was a 5-week span of it. 37% was in a moderate drought on October 15th. That was the peak. Something we see every 5 to 10 years on average, according to the Climate Office. We actually saw a moderate drought about 2.5 years ago during the spring of 2017. Let's get you number 6. Sunny day coastal flooding. This is an actual photo taking during this time. Notice how there was not a lot of rain. That's what was special about it. You do not need rain for coastal flooding. We saw 7 consecutive cycles for most of the area, 3 of which were in moderate flood stage, which can bring damage to homes or businesses. And we even saw a breach in the beach in Strathmere and 10 to 12 foot cliffs I saw in Avalon with this. This was because of a nor'easter parked well offshore. And again, not a lot of rain with this, only 0.12 of an inch during the 4-day period. Here's number 5, 2019, likely the 6th warmest in history. This is where we were as of Christmas Day. This is no surprise for us, though. 7 of the warmest 10 years have occurred this decade, and we saw persistent warmth, not just record warmth, persistent warmth. 132 consecutive days of 70-degree plus from May 26th to October 4th. Number 4, remember when it hit 100 degrees? Well, that morning was probably more special. We only bottomed out in the 80s here. That's pretty close to average for July 7th when we did do that. Only the 6th time in history a low temperature has been now warm. Again, 82 near our average high temperature for this time of the year. Felt more like a Tucson morning, but Tucson doesn't have all that humidity, of course, that we do here. Now, as we go into number 3, we're talking about rain and lots of it in one location. That was in Stafford Township that saw thunderstorms dump copious amount of rain on July 6th and 18th. May have only had a 2% chance, 0.2% chance, excuse me, of that happening during that time frame, and for the month, over a foot of rain. Now, number 2, we're talking about storms and tornadoes, and you probably heard a lot about tornadoes in the state during 2019, and we saw 9. That's very high for us, the second most all time, shy of 17. That was the record here. Now, we saw 1 in Millville on August 7th. Thankfully, no injuries or deaths, and we saw the second most tornado warnings issued by the National Weather Service in Mount Holly, which covers not only South Jersey, but into Philadelphia and parts of eastern Pennsylvania as well, in addition to much of northern and central New Jersey. Now, number 1, 96-degree heat in October. This was crazy heat. I think this is the number 1 for a few reasons here. First, we broke a high temperature for the date in the morning by 11:35 a.m. We broke the monthly October record by 6 degrees, the largest margin for a monthly record in 50 years. And we obliterated the daily high temperature by 11 degrees. So with that, I hope you have a great 2020. We will be back with you with all kinds of videos, podcasts, and more. You can follow me here on social media for the latest, and I hope you had a wonderful 2019 as well.